Welcome back to the Off Air Hustle. I'm your host, Deona Hustle, also co-host of Hustle and Shine in the Morning on Kansas City's #1 for that hip hop and R&B, High 103 Jams. Yes, I have the shades on. Yes, I got the bun on, and you're going to see why, because we got a special guest in the building. But shout out to NSPN and then also Zoo Studios for holding it down and letting us host the podcast here each and every week. Now, I also brought an extra prop. You probably like, why she bring a flat iron and she got locks? Well, this just not any old flat iron. This is a Paul Mitchell. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, you're broke and your edges might not be laid like they should. So this guest that I have today, before I go into the guest, this show has always been centered around music and culture. And I feel like you can't talk about music or especially the culture of hip hop, rap, and R&B if you don't talk about the swag, the appeal, the fashion, especially your hair. When you watching people hit the red carpet, you're focused on why Megan Thee Stallion's hair is looking a certain way, or whoever the celebrity is. You're like, oh, she looks real good. So this is why I feel like this guest on this show is so much important, because he is a Paul Mitchell graduate. And if you look up the best cosmetology school in the world, Paul Mitchell is one of them schools that pops up. He's also not just a hairstylist. I like to say a professional hairstylist and celebrity hairstylist for Lil Kim. Welcome, JP Rand.
What's up, y'all?
What's up? Hey. Now, you go by, I feel like it's a couple names I met you as. JP Rand on Instagram, of course. Yeah. Jimmy, James, JP. Which one do you prefer?
Whichever comes out of your mouth first.
Whichever works first. Okay, House of JP Rand. That too.
So basically, my name is James Patrick Rand III.
Oh, you didn't give us the IRS name.
Yeah. And all Jameses, they're Jimmys.
Yeah.
So growing up, all my friends would be like Jimmy. They didn't even know my name was James. Mm-hmm. And Paul Mitchell. When I went to Paul Mitchell, I was trying to figure out my name, but my signature was always JP Rand. So once I graduated, a friend, and she was like, I was asking her, what should my name be? And she was like, duh, JP Rand. I was like, oh, okay.
That just worked. And you liked it ever since.
Yeah.
I like it. It's perfect. I went with
it. Yeah, it's smooth. I like it.
Okay. Yeah. Now, I do want to learn more about your journey, because I feel like our relationship really just started in the last year. And that's when I've been around you the most and just learned like your craft and all the success that you've had and accomplishments. But I want to do an icebreaker with you first.
Okay. All right, let's
this
do
or
it.
that questions. Don't be thinking about it too long or too hard.
All right.
Okay. A fresh hairdo or a new outfit?
Hair.
You see how you said that? Middle or side part?
It depends on the face shape.
Okay.
Side parts are sexy. Middle parts,
they do.
Middle parts are kind of like strict. I don't know. I can't.
For me, looking at my face structure, what do you think would mesh better? A middle or a side part?
Both.
Both?
Both.
Period.
But I feel like you typically go with the middle part because it's probably easier for you.
It's safer. I be scared sometimes.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that later too. Crimps or waterfalls?
Oh, God.
See, I had a little help on these questions.
I would say waterfalls for the creativity.
Because that gives a fashion show or a hair show type of hairstyle to me.
It's a little statement.
It is a statement piece. Okay. You rather eat out or have a home cooked meal?
Oh gosh.
We got great questions.
Jeez, who told you these? Who asked you these?
You know it is.
I'm so sorry. I like to eat. I really need to put the fork down.
A real foodie.
I mean, whoever's cooking, I'm gonna stay to cook. But if we're gonna go out to eat,
I'm gonna go out to eat. We going out to eat. Okay. Hotel or B&B?
Oh, hotel.
Hotel. That's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Natural hair or wigs?
Natural.
That was a quick answer. Why?
I feel like it's more important. It's way more important. Natural hair care is like, that's where it's at.
Yeah, healthy hair is important. Another question: Lil Kim or Shirley? I had some people submit some. I said some people submit these questions.
Shirley.
Okay.
Shirley.
And I got a bonus question for you. What is one hairstyle you dislike doing?
It's really not a lot of them. I think for me, it's more like all the. Don't get me wrong, the baby hairs and stuff be cute. I'm just more like, I shouldn't be able to. When you across the room, I shouldn't be able to be like, oh, she got a wig on. I should be able to like, questioning.
You got to look up close and be like, oh, okay, yeah. Lace were.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I think that's the only thing with me. I like all hairstyles.
All right. Now, I heard you was a shop baby. Your mom does hair, and then also your grandma used to do hair.
Yes.
So how was that experience growing up?
Growing up, shoot, my grandmother, she stopped when I, was born, but she still had her clients that wouldn't let her retire. So she moved from out of the shop, and she just, would do her clients in the kitchen. I would always, see her maneuver with the hot comb and how she would like operate. And then as I grew up, my mom would just keep me at the shop, and that was that. And I just observed, and I would be entertaining them, doing their hair, or doing like the mannequin's hair, or passing her the comb, whatever it was. I was just, I'm third generation, so yeah.
So at that point, you already felt like you wanted to do hair, or you just, so it just was like, this is automatic. It's in my family. It's in my family history. It's DNA.
I didn't even think twice about it. I was centered in it. I was positioned there, and I gained so much just from being there.
Really?
Watching them, yeah.
Yeah.
Watching like women just feel good and leaving and coming in with their issues and walking out feeling like a totally different woman. So
that's real, because when you having a bad time or your hair is not done, it don't feel right.
It don't feel right. You can put on you could put on a cold outfit and beautiful makeup, but if your crown ain't done, you're jacked.
Yeah, no, you're screwed.
You're screwed. So yeah.
Yeah, that hair is an important piece, because I'm about to go out of town and I already done got my hair plans,
Yeah.
I already got an idea of what I'm going to do for my hair plans for sure. Now, you graduated from Paul Mitchell.
Yep.
Could you share your experience within that? Because I feel like in this day and age, a lot of people are just completely self-taught. I feel like you've evolved too with your skills. So you are self-taught in my mind too. And you also have that education and that experience. But how was that?
It was great. My mom made sure that she didn't let me just do hair just because I knew how. She sent me off to Paul Mitchell, and that was probably the best thing she could have done. Although when I went to Paul Mitchell, I was already advanced. So I feel like the teachers kind of like abused that in a way. And
what they had you doing their hair?
They had me doing like all the women that would just come. Like a lot of women would just come into the school like, hey, I want him, and I'm not leaving until I got him. Yeah, so they would pull me out of certain classrooms that I was supposed to be in to go do clients or to go and help other students. So other than that, the education at Paul Mitchell was superior. Like I learned and gained so much, met so many different people, and it was my skills became more advanced because I went there. Yeah.
That's dope. You used to act like you was finna add something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was the only guy in my class, and it was fun. I learned so much, and sometimes I'll be like, I want to go back, but
really,
yeah.
Do people go back like just to learn like different stuff? How does that work?
No, what they do is they become a learning leader.
Oh, okay. So you kind of like a professor in a sense.
Exactly. But you still like take advanced classes and you teach the students. So I think when you are an educator, which that's where I want to like pivot into, you learn so much.
Because you really do like hair. Because even when we were just out the other day, you were talking about hair, and I could tell like the way you were talking about it. I'm like, he really loved it. He loved this. It was the part of that movie where they was like, I love the game. Paid in full. He was like, I love the game, B. Like that's how I feel like you are about when it comes to hair.
Yeah.
Like it's no joke. It's no faking.
Yeah.
Now early on, I mentioned how you also are a celebrity hairstylist. You got it on your shirt. How can we miss it?
Yeah, I wore this today because it's this girl. She's in Kansas City. Here go the.
I like it. I need one.
Yeah. She made this, and I do Little Kim's hair. So when I wore it, she loved it. I had her sign it.
Oh, that's dope. Oh, I see it. Oh, that's hard. Yeah, we got to make sure that is. Yeah, we gonna. Yep, that's hard.
Yeah. So
what was that like? You got that call. When was it? Because it's been a while.
So it was like 2017, 18.
Okay.
I was doing hair, and I was getting a lot of like notoriety from it, but it just for me it was like, okay, what's the next thing for me? And I started to look and see like who could I really do. I've always been a fan of Lil' Kim. I've always, knew her music, family, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But once I like sat down with myself, kind of prayed about it, I I started to really like study her. And so then I like kind of reached out. You should have seen me. I was reaching out to like party promoters. I was reaching out to backup dancers. I was reaching out to anyone.
What was the message like?
I was like, hey, I'm a hairstylist in Kansas City. You know, I would love to do Little Kim's hair. You know, I'm very talented, whatever. Yeah. And people will open the message and ignore it. You know, like I just wasn't hitting the right people.
The right person. Yeah.
I got a lot of no's. I got a lot of dismisses. And I finally came in contact with her A&R. His name is Teals. And he showed her my work.
Really?
And she was in love.
That's dope.
She was like, yeah, get him out here. So at the moment, she tries to get me out like in a couple of days, and I'm like, I can't. I got Shirley. I gotta do Shirley's hair. Like I can't just leave.
You do it like it's always that one solid client that you I
gotta take care of her.
Right.
So yeah, shoot, that's how it happened.
Really. So ever since then, it's just been. You get that phone call. She like, look, I'm finna fly you out to Fashion Week or whatever she has going on.
And I'll stay with her for a couple of days, a week, 2 weeks.
Wow. That's dope.
Yeah.
Congratulations on you for that success, because it's a lot of times people are too prideful to even send that message.
Yeah,
like people too scared.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if this is what I want, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah, like ain't nobody scared. Yeah. Like you better manifest that, and you have, because wasn't that long ago. What was the last event you all were at? And you was gone for a minute too.
I think it was. I don't remember, girl. I'll be gone.
You do be gone.
I'll be gone.
I said, all right, yeah. Shorty ain't finna get her hair done no time soon. Let me figure out how to do something.
Yeah, you didn't touch the hair up a couple times.
Grab some hairspray one time. Yeah. But okay, well, since we're talking about looks, I did some research.
Okay.
I did some pics.
Well, you did some digging.
I did some digging. I had some help.
Okay.
But I want to talk about two different looks, and I want to know what was the inspiration behind these.
Okay.
Especially when we start off, I'm gonna start off with this. This Kim look. You got the Chanel on the. Check that out. Hold on.
That's great quality paper.
Yeah, it is. What was the inspo behind this?
So I do a lot when I envision hair. I go to like editorial, avant-garde. You know, like that's what Paul Mitchell. That's what they're about. So when we did training and stuff, we did like certain cuts and certain colors and just different variations of hairstyling. And one day I was just scrolling online and on Pinterest, and I was just like, this is it. This is the one. This is the one. And I showed it to her, and I would try to like do it at certain times, and she was like, nah, not yet. Like, not yet. I was itchy. Like, I was like, nah, we gotta do this. Yeah. So when the time came, it was for a photo shoot. I still didn't know what the photo shoot was.
For. Yeah.
And I had did it, and she was like, you gotta put the Chanel on there. And I'm like, you want me to do that? Like that's
cold.
That's like that's gonna go down in history, you know?
Absolutely.
So that's how it happened.
That's crazy. Yeah. And so at that point when you were there, you was like, oh, it's for, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, it was for her album.
I know that's major.
Album. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. JP Ren, y'all.
Yeah.
Kansas City written all over history, if y'all didn't know. Now here's another picture.
Oh wow.
This inspo. Like I mentioned when I asked you about the waterfalls, because I feel like you do have that creative mind, like in that piece where it's not just everyday styles. It's the fashion show, the hair show pieces. And this also, is one of them. We'll make sure we get that up there. What was the inspo behind this? Because of course I know it's like the tail fleazies, as I like to call them.
Yeah, so the Teflon shoot came from Delshine. He wanted to pretty much... He be coming up with like crazy ideas too. So I'll be like,
let's do them.
Are you sure? Like, he pushes me. So I'll be like, all right, bet, let's do it. So he gathered up. He pretty much had like a little call for all the bags in Kansas City.
Oh, wow.
And pretty much everybody sent in their bags that had Teflon bags. So we had like,
oh, for real?
We had tons of
I'm
Teflon
sure like
bags.
this about over $1,000, right?
Yeah, we had a lot of
hard
bags.
to get a hold of.
So with that, we pretty much, he was like, I want my hair to look like a cloud, like an afro, like a Teflon afro. So I was like, all right, bet, okay. So he pushed me in to do that. Because at first I was like, bro, I don't know.
You was like, I don't know. This is a hot take.
Yeah. Like, what if we just like do a little spray paint? And
yeah.
Nah,
I love it. That's dope. But that also shows you not like complacent.
No, I can't.
Because it can be scary. Because like I've had one or two conversations where I'm sure you can already tell I be a little bit nervous about trying something new when it comes to my hair. I am very particular. So it's just like, you know what? I be like, So when you have that comfortability to just try different things and you know how to convince people to, like, you have people that trust you enough for them to be like, you know what? Jimmy ain't gonna straighten me the wrong way.
Yeah, I ain't gonna have you looking crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you also you shake people up. You make sure they good too.
Yeah, I'm like, are you okay? Go look at yourself. Go look in that mirror by yourself. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so that leads me to my next file. Now, if you ran into somebody, say you just out kicking it. Okay. It was a client of yours. She ain't been in for a while, or she just didn't take care of whatever. Okay. You see her, she like, Jimmy, I got like 20 minutes. And my hair look like this. Oh, okay. What's your? I see your first reaction. Then what you going?
I'm gonna ask her if she got any foundation in that bag, in that purse. I'm gonna ask her what type of adhesive she got, whether it's glue, got to be spray, glue, anything, gel. Like, I'm gonna ask her anything, and I'm gonna, we're gonna be in the corner trying to do it. Yeah, get it right. Try to get it right.
Try to get it right. Okay. All right, there's that. Let's see what else I got in the X-Files. Okay. Now, you talked about this, and I completely agree with you. Okay. When we had our conversation about baby hairs.
Yes.
I'm assuming I already know which one you going to go with. You going to go with the natural where it looks, nice and pulled back is how, I don't know the correct term. So, don't judge me. Or the look where it is baby hairs.
Going crazy.
Yeah, going crazy.
Now, I don't hate this. Mm-hmm. There are certain women that, it looks good with it. Yeah. But to me, when I see hair, you gotta like start looking at like European women.
Mark over there weak. He like, people be doing that? Yeah.
You gotta start looking at like European women, Mexican women, just different ethnic women that wear straight hair. And when you look at their hair, it's not swooped. Yeah, it's not like going like cutting it.
It's not going crazy.
Now, if you naturally have little pieces like you, swoop them, design them, whatever. But
and I also have locks. That's a whole nother different beast.
Yeah. So to me, I call it hair contouring. That's what I call the edges.
Terms.
You got a little message. You got a little contour around your little,
But you would instantly go to this one.
Please. Yeah. All day, every day. Yeah. You might get a little
small, but not. I just feel like also I'm older now.
Yes.
This would have been cool younger. Like the high school girls wear this.
Yes.
That's
perfect,
cute.
Perfect.
But like we're 28. We're almost at 30.
Yep.
This is a little bit more demure.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's more grown.
More clean cut.
Yeah, more clean cut. Don't nobody need all that hooping and hollering. Yeah. Now if you got locks or something like that, like that's when I feel like your edges should go crazy. Because that's the style. That's the parsley.
Yep. Exactly.
Is when you got that. That's the flex one time. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have a question about just kind of like the hairstyles in like the industry.
Okay.
And this is like some relevant topics that people always talk about on social media. Is chair hopping a thing?
Yeah.
And as a stylist, how do y'all view that? Like, do y'all be like, I just seen her in so-and-so chair, now she hopping in mine, now she hopping in so-and-so's. What does that mean for you all?
Okay, for me, I only look at my clients. If my clients go and chair hop, it's like this. Imagine you come to sit in my chair and we having great conversation. Right. You building me up, I'm building you up. Yeah. We are talking about your hair, where you want it to go, pretty much starting your journey, of it flourishing. I get it. Some days every hairstylist may not have the best work day. We all have like,
that's every industry.
We might have let your flyaways go, or we might have not glued something down, or whatever. But women are so picky about their hair. If you mess up one time, that's it for you. And for me, it's unfair because I've already chopped all your hair off. I've already invested in you as far as like, okay, when you come back, these are the treatments we're going to do. Yeah. This is what we're going to,
so
start
to you,
doing.
It's not a one-off process, because that's how some people view it. Is just like, oh, I'm just going to get my hair and I'm moving on by my life.
No.
I get that. No. It is investment if you want healthy hair too.
Exactly, yeah. So chair hopping is a thing, but my women that are like growing up and maturing, they want to have hair on their head.
Yeah.
They don't care about, who can style it the best or who can curl it the best or who can. It's not about that. Like, it's not. It's about overall. Like, when you get done with your hair, you want to be like, oh, I got some hair on my head.
Yeah. I'm going to take these off for the rest of this.
Oh, you going to take them off.
Yeah, I'm going to take them off. I want to do a little bit of both. Okay. Yeah. Hairstylists, it's been a big conversation.
Okay.
Because hairstylists, it has seemed like things have gotten strict. When it comes to the websites, the paragraphs on the paragraphs, don't bring this, don't bring that. Now, there's a lot of stuff that makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
That's common sense that I understand stylists now have to say because people act like it's not common sense. But it's like people like, nah, $300 for this, but we ain't washing your hair. Like, it's a lot of stuff these days where it's like, you be scared to book appointments with people new for the first time because they got all these rules and regulations. Not working on no hair that's not mine. It's things that can be fair, but from somebody that's just trying to get their hair did, you like, oh my God, it's a 4-page letter of things I can't do. So I'm scared to come to you. What are your thoughts on just how I feel like the hairstylist industry has changed?
So because I'm third generation, I've seen it decrease from people wanting to go to school and them remaining professional. I've also witnessed the booking site emerge. And for me, I didn't come from that. Like, you call me, you email me, you text me what you want, and boom, we get it going. Like, when you sit in my chair, I do kind of like let you know, like, this is, this is how I operate. But I think a lot of the newcomers, the new hairstylists, they've ran into girls that just don't know no better. Like, I don't know if you seen the other day, the girl beating her up because she ran out on her or whatever. That's a thing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Thank God I don't deal with that.
Yeah, that's insane.
They do have to lay down certain rules because a lot of people will just come sit in their chair and do that. Those type of booking sites are for the chair hoppers. Okay?
See, now chair hopping now sounds like a crime.
Yeah.
So if you chair hopping and not paying, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
So the whole like website and stuff thing is I had to adapt. I had to get used to it because I was like, I ain't doing no booking site.
Yeah. But it makes sense. I think a booking site makes sense.
It's smoother, it's quick, it's to the point. But if you do got all those regulations and rules, it kind of does like run people off. It's like, hold on now, you trying to set me up, or you might be mean, or like
it does come across like, dang,
like, I don't even want to book. Strict. It's too much. Like, I don't even want to read.
Yeah, no, I don't be. I'm like, I just honestly, how I've always been comfortable with booking was because a friend of mine went. Word to Kelly Price, a friend of mine. Okay. Was like, oh yeah, like, Loden got her hair done by several different people, so I know like what to expect with them. Like maybe they shop is a little messy, it's a lot of chatter, or maybe they shop, is like they don't even have a shop. I've honestly I think it's different now, but I've always personally enjoyed people that weren't in the shop. And I say, and I'm a love to hear your your thoughts on that, because for me, I don't want to go up in no shop looking crazy. All these people in there. I've been in shops that be having barbers in there too. Especially like women ain't trying to pull up with their hair looking crazy, and you got a bunch of men up front getting their hair. Like, nah, open the back door. Yeah. So for me, and also I'm just a private person, so I just always have been comfortable when people do hair at their house. I'm like, oh great, cool. As long as you cool and ain't no problems, I'm gonna pull up. But I feel like it's few people that I am been cool with doing a shop because they have their own isolated area. Okay. So it's like it's not in the open. But what is your opinion on that?
Since I grew up in and out of the shop, I am for me, I like the intimacy. I love the intimacy that it brings. Like, I've done the shop, I've done the home, I've done traveling and, going to people's house. But it's nothing like a community of women when you walk in the shop and they're embracing you, whether your hair's jacked up or it's fly.
It's like, girl, sit down, we gonna get you right.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that community, that bond is like what I cherish the most. So right now, we just closed shop down. We've been there for 16 years. And the landlord, he started showing his true colors.
That's unfortunate.
So my mom was like, nah, we just gonna head out. So we pretty much are at home. We're home based. And every single one of my clients.
It's perfect. It feels like a shop in there.
And like my clients love it. Like they take their shoes off, they relax, they talk, they cry, they laugh.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's warm. It feels good.
Yeah.
So I think as long as the atmosphere is clean, the atmosphere feels welcomed, you should be good.
Yeah.
You should be fine.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Now I also share and get your opinion on avoiding certain types of experiences. Because of course everybody has a bad day. Everybody it doesn't matter what industry you in. It could be days I'm on air and my voice just I'm not as happy. I'm not as excited.
Yep.
I might be tired. I might be sick. Who knows? You know what I mean?
And we have the same thing.
Yeah. That's just life, no matter what you in. But I feel like I came to Kansas City back in 2015. So I've been here for literally like 10 years.
Yeah.
So with that, I've tried different people.
Okay.
Now I don't remember all of them people. Like I was in college when I tried these people.
Yeah.
So I don't remember like everybody's names and stuff. But I will say, I had one lady that was almost an hour late. And then I don't know what happened. All I remember was she called me, but she was late or we communicated somehow. And instead of her just being like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm behind, my bad, like, whatever. I think she was like, yeah, I'm in traffic, but I can't control traffic. But
she got mad with you?
No, she didn't get mad. She just was like, I can't control traffic. But I'm thinking if you would have been headed here at the right time, the traffic wouldn't have pushed you back an hour. It would have pushed you back 30, you know what I mean? Or whatever. So that was one experience. Then I had another experience. The lady put the wig on like way too low. No. I had to go home and redo it. Like it was looking like a helmet. I'm just like, bro, I have a forehead. Like don't hide my forehead or it's going to look like it. Yeah. Especially if you got a wig on, you raise your eyebrows, you can tell that line. It's very defined. And then last but not least, I had a person that took so long, I had to leave before she could finish. Because hairstylists, I'm not going to say you, but y'all industry, y'all notorious for putting somebody in that chair and letting them sit there for hours and hours, word to money long. Yeah. So it was a situation where I think this girl forgot she had another person. It was actually my birthday. Most of the time I've gotten my hair done was for my birthday. And my best friend ended up finishing my hair, luckily. My hair was still a little bit damp. I was like, people was texting me like, hey, you ain't at your own party. Yeah. They finna leave. I'm like, I'm still in the chair. So I've had experiences that I would say were bad. But I've also found good people here that I'm like, what?
You can lock in.
Yeah, like I'm solid and I'm cool. But I went through trying people once a year or something like that and was like, oh yeah, I ain't going back to short.
And that's normal. That's normal, especially when you come here from a different city. Like, you don't know
what to expect.
You don't know where to go. Which way to turn.
You don't know how many hey boo texts you gonna get. Like, hey boo, I'm in a bind. Yeah. I ain't got Nate to call. Like, dang, what about my hair? Yeah. But how do you avoid those type of situations?
Really just communicate. I've had seasons where mentally I couldn't even dedicate my mind to be like, I'm doing hair. You know what I mean? Like y'all don't even understand. It takes a lot to be on somebody's crown.
I get it.
And take in what they're telling you, and you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot. So shoot, I just try to communicate my best. And if they good, they good. If they not, then maybe we just don't mesh. I'm sorry.
That could be a thing. Yeah. Now a little birdie told me that you also have that eye for fashion and you've designed. Where has that, do you find yourself creeping back into it? Have you still been consistently doing the fashion side of things?
Okay. So let me just run this through real quick. Growing up, younger me, I would always dress my mom. I would always critique her. Like,
your mom had it made in the shade. You was doing hair and you was styling
dressing
her.
Yeah. So before church, I'll be like, no, put that on, do this, go there, walk like this, talk. I just had that.
I love that. Yeah.
It always pushed me. My mom surrounded herself with women that were very artistic. So she would send me off to their house, drop me off to their house, and keep in mind, my grandmother was the exact same way. So being introduced to a sewing machine at a very young age was it took that to my heart. Dope. And I began to just I love styling. In high school, I would make all my friends' clothes. We would go to the parties, club sweat.
Your friends had it
Impact.
made.
Yeah, what? I would design their whole outfits.
Ain't no way.
And I had my own fashion shows. I would do fashion shows around the city. I would sell clothes, but I think for me, the time spent on designing
was a lot.
It was a lot. I couldn't.
I believe it.
I started to get more clientele with hair, and I'm like,
You can't.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, I could, but it's only one me. So
Yeah.
I now just pretty much dabbling into it when I can.
When you can or when you want to too.
When I want to, yeah.
So you'll do stuff for yourself or like if you know your people if you need something.
Exactly.
At the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question I want to ask you as a hairstylist. I did ask you what was one hairstyle that you don't really want to do.
Okay.
But what is one thing you wish all your clients allowed you to do?
Sit in my chair and just let me do what I want to do.
Let you be you.
They are starting to. Because now they understand, like, look, I don't want y'all to look like what y'all see on Instagram. I mean, Instagram is, or TikTok, everybody, to me, all the hairstyles look the exact same. All the colors look the same. It's just, it's
I get what you're saying.
different. It should be different. You should be able to rock something that's like, whoa, I didn't even think I could pull this off, or I didn't even think I could do this, but I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I got to ask you.
Okay.
Looking at me, knowing me.
Okay.
What's a hairstyle? If I let you have creative freedom, how would you hook me up? What would it be?
I think you need to dabble in some blondes.
Blondes.
I do think
they didn't look up like, I see it. Y'all funny.
Natural hair looks beautiful on you. Curly hair looks good on you.
What type of blonde? Like the blonde on your shirt?
No, not this.
I know 613.
Not no 613 all over. Just real subtle, real like grown and sexy, kind of like a little ash. We wouldn't do like the soft brown, like the orangey type of brown.
Okay.
You would give more like you just gonna have to let me do it. Just gonna have to let me do it. Like
we should have did an episode like that of him just doing my hair and we ask questions that way. That might be a good idea in the future.
Can do that.
I don't know.
We can do that. I can come in here and do your hair and we can
That would be very interesting. Now you already mentioned it, but I think that I know the answer to this. But what's something that really sets you apart than other hairstylists?
I think I take care of the hair. I think when they sit in my chair, they like know, like, okay, I'm really getting my hair done. It ain't just about me getting a wig or a quick weave or a little quick install. Like, no, my hair feels good. Like when I take down my install, my hair feels great. Like it still feels moisturized. I don't have split ends. I don't have dry breakage. This ain't broke off. Or, like certain stuff. Like, you got a friend that she tries to sit in my chair and I'm like, we not doing no middle part today. You can't,
I like when y'all do that though, because I've had hairstylists that are like that tell me like, okay, now we need to take a beat from that. Shout out to Styles by Niles. Like that'll tell me like, okay, let's move over here. Yeah, let's do that and do that, because that's important. Like for us being in y'all chair, because we gonna just go with. So if y'all don't say nothing, we ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? Because we just we just want our hair done. We just want our hair done. We don't care. We don't care. But eventually months add up and then you see your hair not being healthy and you do care. And it's like if you would have just took it seriously that one moment,
you would have been further ahead.
That's
3
what I'm
months
saying.
from now.
Yeah. And as I've gotten older, that's kind of where I'm at now. It's like, okay, now slowly but surely I'm like, okay, now I kind of want to cater a little bit more to it.
Yeah. Because what's going to happen if you can't get a hold to
Nothing.
You
ain't got nothing to grip. Then what? Then you screwed for real.
Exactly.
I don't know what the alternative is for that.
Shoot, nothing.
If JP Rand don't know, I don't know.
Nothing. Cut it off.
What are some other celebrity clients that you would love to add to your roster, or ones that you have already added to the roster who you would continue to work with?
I did Black China. I was really excited to meet her. We meshed very well.
That's dope.
For me, it is, I really want to do Rihanna. I want to I feel like we would have fun. Yeah. We would have a lot of fun. I don't really kind of like wrap my head and be like, I want to do this person, that person.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. If I feel something, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna figure out how I can do this. Right now, I am more so trying to become more artistic. I'm trying to show my creativity that way.
Okay.
So right now, I'm just like planning photo shoots and doing things that are out of the box. Celebrities are gonna come.
Absolutely.
Right now, Kim she's good.
She's solid.
Yeah, she's solid. Like,
y'all have plans for something in the future already, or it's just a matter of she just normally calls when it pops up?
Right now, she's like working on the album, so I just been creating wigs and sending them off to her.
Okay.
So,
how long does a wig take? for you to create?
Maybe a day or 2, 3, maybe a week, depending on the color. If I got to do certain things. But I pretty much just ship them off to her, and then she'll wear them. Or we got a stylist out in New York that I trust, and I'm like, go put this on her head.
Yeah.
I can't make it. You know, boom, boom.
Okay, that's cool. So it's kind of like a team of y'all.
Yeah, most definitely. But for big stuff, she calls me. Yeah.
And you be on that flight.
I'll be like, what's up?
Your clients be sad.
They
be like, where?
Be like, yeah, look, I'm leaving this day. Y'all better come Tuesday.
Yeah, you gonna miss your chance.
Yeah.
All right, now this last picture is a throwback of you.
Oh my God.
You gotta tell us when this was, and being at the position you are now and the success you have now, what would you go back and tell throwback Jimmy?
Okay. He was cute.
He was cute. You look good.
He had a little haircut.
It's that face too. It's giving model. It seems like you need to do modeling too. I don't know. That's what you should probably go back and tell him. Like, do some modeling too.
I would just tell that boy to keep going. Don't overthink it, and please just every day know that you're right where you're supposed to be. You are right where you're supposed to be.
That's real.
And know that everything that you dreamed of and everything you imagined is going to come to pass. Yeah, he's cute. Yeah.
Very model-esque. Very demure.
Yeah.
And you know it's a throwback because of the mirror picture, the mirror effect. You can always tell when the picture is a little bit, a little old, because you like it's either a filter on that thing that you could tell, or it's that effect for sure. Now, what can we expect from JP Rand in the next 5 years? Do you have an idea of certain things that you want to try and do in the next 5 years?
Yeah, I thought about moving. I have not moved yet. I've been
gonna shake the table.
Yeah, I thought about moving. I've been I've been places. I've stayed, for weeks or months at a time.
Yeah.
But I haven't moved.
Yeah.
I really want to get into editorial hair. However,
what exactly does that mean?
Magazines.
Oh, okay.
Like when you walk places and you see like the billboards of hair. However, it's not a lot of money in that.
Okay.
So what I am learning to do is to pretty much just go and be a helping hand when I can. Just learning everything. Right now, for the next year or two, I'm trying to learn every little thing that I can that will advance me in the next 3 to 5 years. Right now, I have launched hairlines, but I think I'm trying to understand more of my client, so that way it will be it'll be a lot different from all the other hairs that you see online that you can buy from. So
it sounds like you're super busy for sure. Like you're busy off rip. So how do you actually unwind? Like what's your downtime look like?
Going to eat. if I go to the club or anything,
where the main play? What you need? What you getting to eat? What's your go to?
What? I love a good pasta. Pasta me up anytime, any day. We could
feeding me pasta.
Yeah, we could play with sushi. You don't like sushi?
I don't do none of that though. But I see why you have friends that you have.
Have you had a deep fried?
I you know what I can do is I think a California roll.
Okay, that's deep fried.
A little bit.
Okay.
But I'll eat it just so people can leave me alone, but I'm not finna really eat it.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much I need to put the fork down. Like I said, I need to put the fork down. But yeah, to unwind, I kind of just shower. Shower.
Chill.
I lay down. I breathe. I go outside. I sunbathe a lot. I talk to my dog. I pray.
Dior. Yeah. Shout out to Dior. You want to get Dior in the frame before we get up out of here?
Yeah, come here, Dior. Come here,
Aw, so cute. I want a small dog bad, but I don't know who's going to take care of him.
Say hello. Yeah, say
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, on fleek. See? Yep. See? I was going to do the clap. Hold on. Instead of doing the clock, I'm...
Yeah.
Get you a Paul Mitchell. You ain't got a Paul Mitchell. Then you ain't, I don't know.
Go get you a Paul Mitchell iron. It ain't nothing like a Paul Mitchell flat iron.
Yep. That's really men, fellas, or women too. If you're dating a woman and you looking in her bathroom and she doesn't have a Paul Mitchell, you might need a run.
Go run.
she ain't the one for you. She ain't solid enough. They ain't got no
Yeah.
Paul Mitchell. They not real.
Yeah.
So yeah, or help her out. Get her something for Christmas or something. And that's another good gift. I'm telling y'all. Fellas, you want to get something for your girl? Book an appointment with JP Rand. That'll really put a smile on her face.
She would love that. And don't even tell her like what she's getting. Call me, talk to me, be like, hey, I got this girl. This is what she look like. What you think she should get? Boom, boom, boom. We can figure it out.
Men don't even be knowing enough. They just know a bob.
Yeah,
Bob.
and Bobs
Give
are
her a
cute.
bob.
Bobs are cute on girls.
Bobs are cute, but that's all guys be knowing. Like, oh yeah, she had a bob. Like, what she look like? Bob. 5'3" bob.
Yeah.
Like, that be it. But I do appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time. No, I'm happy you were able to come on the show and talk about it because it was a lot of stuff that I wanted to learn more about you and just, you know, the art of what you do. Because it's not, you're just not a stylist. You're not just doing hair. You clearly are sensitive. Like Erykah Badu said, I am sensitive about my
shit.
Yeah. And as you should be, because I'm the same way when it comes to me and my craft. And that's how you know like somebody's really into it and they're passionate about something.
And I want to say something to you. Congratulations for coming to Kansas City and not just being a standby or playing in the shadow.
I appreciate that.
Thank you for doing this. Thank you for like being on the radio, you know, doing your big one. And
thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm happy to see what you're going to do.
I think you're the first guest. He the first guest that ever gave me some flowers. That's sweet. I appreciate it. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. See who we got next week.
Hey.